Yeah.
All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites of the GMS camp. Come at you again with the preacher's 100% truth according to the Bible. All right, now before we get started, we're going to give our praises. Yeah, how
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakudas.
Come on, so Apostle Elders of GMS, who we learned the truth from. A peace and mercy to the elect that's doing the will of Yahweh Yahushua in faith, fear, and sincerity. All right. Now, first thing I want to talk about and get scripture on is why the Lord's mercy is needful for us. You know what I'm saying? Because this came from last week, the Day of Atonement, which we had atoned for our sins by fasting and praying. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for the Lord to have mercy upon us, and forgive for our sins we had committed. All right. Now, starting off that Lamentations 2:22. Why? Go ahead.
It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 22. It says, it is, I'm going to start at 21. It says, this I recall to my mind, therefore I have hope. It is of Yahweh's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not.
So yeah, say it plain like that. That's why we need the Lord's mercies, because without that, we'll be destroyed, or will be. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, we all committed sins that worry to death. You know what I'm saying? In our past life, or even this life. You know, but hey, the Lord has that mercy upon us that hey, be in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Get that somebody in the front.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, or Sirach, chapter 8, verse 5. It says, reproach not a man that turneth from sin.
That's right. So you're not supposed to shame a man that's just repenting, that's coming to the truth. You know what I'm saying? That you might think to yourself, well, he committed sins more than you, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no, we're not supposed to look any brother that we better than this or better than that. You know, we all committed sins that's worthy to death. We all deserve punishment. As you're gonna say, go ahead.
Again, Sirach, chapter 8 and 5. It says, reproach not a man that turneth from sin, but remember that we are all worthy of punishment.
That's right. They say we all deserve a hard judgment. You know, because we all committed sins worthy of death. You know.
This is Isaiah 64 and 6. It says, but we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as a filthy rags. And we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities like the wind have taken us away.
That's right. It says, not none, hey, all the works, all the righteousness that you do, all the works that you put in, according to the truth, it's not going to take away that sin that you committed. You know what I'm saying? But hey, but Yahweh shot. You know what I'm saying?
Bring it out again. This is Isaiah 64 and 6. It says, but we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags.
Now, the reason why I got to go back over that, because to show you how it's so how it is with the Lord, it says our righteousness as what?
Our righteousness are as filthy rags.
Now you go into the etymology of filthy rags, it goes into a menstrual cycle, cloth. All right. Somebody get it from
the blue letter or
the blue letter.
This is and it's right. Strong's 899. Take it. That goes in rags, but then they got the seven words of filthy. I got one for you. This is Romans chapter 14, verse 4. Who art thou that judgest another man's servant? To his own master he standeth or falleth. Yeah, he shall be holden up, for the Most High is able to make him stand.
That's right. Yeah, so basically, you're not supposed to go to any man that's like just repentance. You think because you've been in more like years and years, you think you're more righteous than that. But ain't no brother is more righteous than another brother.
Yeah, read it again though. This is our righteousness as filthy rags. The little that we do is still, it ain't enough, man. All right? It's still kind of real low. All right? And we know a menstrual cycle, that's something that's very low. Right?
Read again.
Yeah, and then go into the words.
This is Isaiah 64:6 again. It says, "But we are all as unclean things, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags. And we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities like the wind have taken us away." And this is the word filthy in the blue letter. It is Strong's H5708 Ayad. It says menstruation, a filthy rag stained garment, figurative of best deeds of guilty people. The Strong's definition says, from an unused root meaning to set a period, compare the menstrual flux as periodical by implication, soiling filthy.
Yeah, so we know that, I don't want to go into it, but we know that the menstrual rag that will pretty much be for a woman, there's nothing significant or clean about it, you know what I'm saying? Disposable. So that's how our righteousness is compared, man. We just doing what we're supposed to do, all right? Like the scripture goes into it, said that reasonable service. That's right. We're doing what we're supposed to do, all right? Even the little things we do, we just count it to the Lord, man. All right, we're not looking for no rewards, trophies, plaques, or nothing about it. We know it's nothing, all right? It's nothing. Go ahead,
So yeah, we all refer to as that filthy rag in the scripture because, hey, we do it to a physical rag. When you clean it, you wash it, and then it becomes dirty again. We got to write something dirty out. You know, we all refer to that because, hey, we know we are washed by the cleansing of the word. But yeah, we in the sinful flesh. We get dirty every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Sean, that's if I can ask you, this is what part of the definition.
It says again, a figurative of best deeds of guilty people, meaning that we're all guilty of it.
You know? If I consider add to the elder, blood defiles something. That's why I say eat not the blood of the flesh, right? So by him explaining the blood, it's like that's contaminated and polluted. So if our righteousness is as that, you can't really dwell in the righteousness like that, man. Right?
Yeah.
You gotta what? Go about. You gotta,
No. Go ahead. Finish your point.
yeah. You gotta basically have faith in what you're doing. All right, more or less over in the righteousness, because your righteousness don't save you. At the end of the day, the law can't save you. So you can do as right as you can, right? But we do still what? Rehearse the law and do the things of the law. But when you're saved of the mercies of the Lord. Go ahead.
Like some of these camps that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
Like IUIC, the law,
right?
All day. Yeah. Then they jump around. And they do something that seems good. They're making videos, trailers, boasting. Yeah, boasting about the little right that they do, man. Yeah, riding on a goddamn horse, man. All right, it's bullshit, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, scripture that the brother's about to bring out is that, hey, out of all the sins we committed, hey, this is what the Lord did for us, man. Go ahead.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 17, verse 20. It says, none of their unrighteous deeds are hid from him, but all their sins are before the Lord.
That's right. They say, everything we've done, every sins we committed, hey, the Lord seen or know about it already. You know what I'm saying? Now, but even with that, hey, that's what the Lord did for us. Go ahead.
It says, verse 21, but the Lord being gracious and knowing his workmanship, neither left nor forsook them, but spared them.
Yeah, through the Lord's mercy, he spared us, from his wrath. You know what I'm saying? Like all the sins we committed, that's worthy of death. Hey, Lord have mercy upon us on this time. Yeah.
This 2 Corinthians 3:1 is for you too, Zaquan. It says, do we begin again to commend ourselves? It's a question mark.
Yeah. Tooting your own horn and shit, man. Because you can't do that. Because the scripture tell you, the more you learn in this thing, the more wisdom and knowledge and understanding you start to get, the more humble you need to become.
The greater thou art, the more humble thou shalt.
Yeah. What happens when these niggas in the hood, or these rap niggas, when they go from being on the bottom, y'all was just talking about being the base. What happens when they go from being the base overnight, and then from overnight
they be proud.
Nigga walking on a $300,000 car, walking on the bitch. Just walking on the top of the car, posing and shit, boasting himself, tooting the horn. We don't. What part of the scripture says, why earth and ash proud, man? And it says, how many of you might get that from me?
Yeah, that's Sirach 10.
It's Sirach 10. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Read that one. This is
Sirach
Yeah, I got it.
10 and 10.
Go to 17 and come down.
10 and
This
9.
is Ecclesiasticus of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 17. My son, go on with thy business in meekness.
Yeah, go on to our business and meeting. And what this we in is considered the Lord's business. All right? So you got to do what in the business?
Go on with thy business in meekness.
Being meek, man. What the scripture says, the meek shall and what? Inherit the earth, man. All right? Not the proud, not boasting. Where?
So shalt thou be beloved of him that is approved.
Where?
Verse 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself.
Yeah, the greater you are, all right? When it comes to the truth, the more greater and the more you start to build up and things happen for you in this truth, the more humble you should be. All right?
And the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before Yahweh.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna find favor in you, man, by being humble, being on the low, being meek, man. All right? Being respectful. You know, that's a big thing too. Look at that. Yeah, oh, that's it.
I still got a little more in this too for you.
Yeah, read that one.
Time. Oh, shit, go
Yeah,
20.
time.
Verse 19. Many are in high places and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek.
Yeah, you got many. Seem like they're in the high seat. Seem like they got it all going on, but it says that the mysteries, all right, are revealed to the meek, all right. And we know that scripture links up with another scripture that says the Lord reveals His secrets to who? Serves the prophets, man. Right? The Lord ain't dealing with everybody, especially in this society. All these so-called PhDs, all these alphabets in front of their name, the Lord not dealing with them. They just got accolades on this side, man. We got accolades in the heavens.
Right.
All right? Ooh, hold on real fast. Let me get it out of there.
Verse 20. For the power of Yahweh is great, and he is honored of the lowly.
Yeah, the Lord dealing with the lowly. We did a video a while back. The Lord dealing with the underdog. We consider the underdog, the guys that are so-called despised in society, right? The last hired, the first fired, all right? The ones that are shunned by their family members, all right? Shunned by these so-called people in society. Well, we're the lowly, all right? And that's the ones who the Lord dealing with. The Lord not dealing with the guy that got all the, and like I said, you can have that in the truth. As long as you maintain yourself, you can have all the things that would seem like the world would have, but you know how to maintain yourself in the truth. But the people in this world, they high-minded, they're proud, they boast, you know, of the things they have.
If I could say, in one of those Indiana Jones movies with the Holy Grail that gave eternal life, they had 3 cups, and if you chose the wrong one, it would kill you. But if you drank from the right one, you would get eternal life. And the wrong ones were the best-looking cups, gold and silver with mighty gems, while the actual cup was a base piece of copper, like a dirty, dingy-looking cup.
That's how the Lord looks at His men in society. The average guy that you would look at in this truth that gets shunned, if you put him on the top scene to the world, they would shun. Oh, he's not tall enough. Oh, he don't have enough muscles. Oh, the Lord don't never deal with that shit, man. He deals with the guy that's abased. Right? That's why He made that. That's why the Lord makes that similarity. He said the guy that's weak amongst the flock, I'm gonna make him as David in that day. Yeah. The guy that's feeble amongst them, I'm gonna make him as David. And David was a mighty man, right? And then the ones that are in strong spirit, I'm gonna make him as myself or the Most High, man. But the Lord dealing with the low. All right, you was about to say something.
I want to say, always the Lord is dealing with the lowly, the humble. You know what I'm saying? Because see, if the Lord was dealing with somebody that was high and mighty on this side, people give them credit. They don't give the Lord credit. So when the Lord dealing with the lowly, this is unbelievable to people. So they got no choice but to give credit to the Lord.
Hey, bring that scripture y'all like bringing out about the poor man and the rich man. They respect the rich man, or a guy that seems like he's rich. Everybody respects him, but the guy that's poor, all right?
Say, what fella is this?
Yeah.
Who
question everything. Yeah. What you doing here?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I got it.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how even they treat a man in the Lord like that, you know?
Yeah, but no reputation.
Okay. You know, that's how they treat a man in the Lord. Like I say, you know, we do this thing to the best of our ability, man, to the point where we don't we start acting out the world. We don't care what you think of us either. All right? All them guys, these ain't even dresses, man. These are representations of holy garments. All right? And they show you that the world judges you based on what? Your appearance. How you look at them, how they view you. But we are viewed in the eyes of the Most High, man. All right? That's why there's no goddamn way. I couldn't do this on my own, man. There's no way you can go down through the Revelations and break them down blow for blow.
Yeah.
There's no way you can go through the Daniels and break them down blow for blow. Exodus. That had to be given to you. Some other power had to give that to you.
Yes. You can't just get it.
You can't just get that. Zechariah, the first chapter, shows you that had to be given to you, man. You know?
John 3:27.
That just ain't nothing. And like I said, that's some of these things are how the operations of the world work, how the Most High deals with reincarnation. Those things are so high and powerful on the spiritual level that it goes over the people in the world heads, man. Because he ain't fucking with them. Oh, I'm just cut it like that.
I still got holding the command.
Okay, come. Finish it out. I'm giving it back to you, man.
This 2 Corinthians 10:12. It says, for we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves.
Yeah. But you know, like they got men that commend themselves. Pat themselves on the back. Right? We didn't see these guys come and go. We didn't see these camps come and go. You know? It's always tooting your horn, man. Like you ain't done nothing. You know?
I got more. But they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise.
Yeah, they're not, man. Because while you doing that, the Most High looking at you like, come on, man. I'm about to, you know, the Most High about to really just shake shit up for you, man. Go ahead.
Last one. I'm going to jump to 17. But he that glory, let him glory in the Lord. For not he that commended himself is approved, but whom Yahweh commend. I'm gonna read it again.
Read it, yeah.
18 or 17. But he that glory.
Because I gotta answer that because Paul went through the same thing.
There's him.
You know, Paul went through the same thing, and Paul gonna tell you what to do. But go ahead.
Yeah. It says, but he that glory, let him glory in the Lord. For not he that commended himself is approved, but whom the Lord commended.
Yeah, who the Lord commended.
So approved.
Right now, and Paul gonna answer. I got an answer for this too with Paul. All right, you glorying this, glorying that. This is what you're supposed to glory in, man. If anything, go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians 12, verse 7.
Where you at?
Yes.
Put up on it.
This is 2 Corinthians 12, verse 6. For though I would desire to glory, I shall.
He started off the bet by saying what?
For though I would desire to glory.
Though I was to pat myself on the back. Oh, look what I did. I came to camp for consecutive 7 months. I got 90 precepts. You know, I got all this shit going on. To my own, I got a big page. I got 4.6 subscribers. I got all these views.
That's for the Lord.
Hey, get that one by Tickling Brass.
Go ahead.
And remember, if anybody could boast, it would have been Apostle Paul. He said, I am the Hebrew of the Hebrews, a Pharisee of the law by birth.
Yeah, say that.
Yeah, guys think they know more than them.
There's nobody can boast more than him.
Yeah.
I know more than them.
Yeah, guys that know the more than others, you just coming on the scene, man. You just hitting the scene.
I'm big.
Damn. Man, I'm about to go there. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob. Hold on, bro. Let me
Go on.
2 Corinthians 12 and 6. For though I would desire to glory, I shall not be a fool, for I will say the truth. But now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be.
And that's why the elders are humble men. That's why they remember just recently they said, man, stop having them videos of us, the glowing eyes and shit.
Yeah,
come on, man. We're not there yet, you know.
We're not there.
And Apostle Gabar said, hey, you know, I see y'all, you know, giving me praises and all that, but that doesn't mean anything to me until I get that crown and in the kingdom. Like I'm up. Once I know I'm up that number, then you know
you can receive the glory. But until then, shit,
that shit
nobody
don't
knows.
The same thing goes for you got the niggas. Kiss my feet, white man.
Yeah.
Kiss my feet, white woman.
You also got the guys.
But we still here. You gonna
Talk
clock
about
out from here and go back to work.
You go to work after
What about the one talking about they in the new covenant? Come on,
Oh man, that's a whole nother. That's some whole other shit, man. Go ahead.
Jake did Esau to kiss his boot, but then he got to go to work immediately after camp.
Immediately after camp, man. Like, and then they always got that. They always got that thumbnail with their arm crossed, looking down.
Yeah.
You got the cruddy Edomite woman like this with her lips. She got the J.J. Evans lips, kissing them dirty, them combat roach killers, man.
Jake
Yeah,
got,
big ass kind. You just stand in the corner and just kill roaches with them big boots, man.
they got the blade boots on.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't glory that shit, you know? Let me show you what I did last week. Yeah, hit the iPhone, hit the numbers and shit, and Magla, the whole, they got the whole wallpaper is what happened at camp with the white woman kissing. Come on, man, that shit don't.
Zoomed in on that boot.
Just zoomed in on the boot, man. This shit is bullshit, you know?
Entertainment too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be, or that he heareth of me. And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me.
Yeah, so he's telling you, look, I had things wrong with me, man. I had a situation where, you know, Paul had a thorn in his flesh. All right, go ahead.
Lest I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me.
He said, I prayed to the Lord twice that it basically depart from me. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And he said unto me, red letter, so Shahavashai, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness.
Right. So whatever what was given to him, it was sufficient for him. That's you supposed to wear that. All right? Go ahead.
Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me.
That's the answer to what he said. If I'm gonna glory in my infirmities.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. Yes. I may not be patient. Yes, I might have this and that wrong with me, but I'm gonna glory in that. Yeah. Hey, I'm what we always say. I'm enduring, man.
That's right.
All right. I'm a work in progress, which we all are.
Better be in the house of mourning than the house of food, you know.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities.
I take what?
I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Hamashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong.
Right. So a lot of times when you be catching that hell, sometimes you just gotta smile because you know half the time it's coming from the Lord. The Lord putting the hell on you to actually build you up.
All the time it's coming from
God, to be mentally strong, man.
Straight game.
Yes.
You know, to be mentally strong, to actually know how to, all right,
Build you up.
Build you up and kiss the devil on the cheek. Sometimes we sit up here, we got anger issues and different things coming from the world. So when Esau come and say something or do something, you just lashing out. Sometimes you gotta learn to use this in here, man.
Use wisdom.
You gotta use wisdom. You gotta sometimes wink at the shit because a lot of times you can tell that's at some point in this truth, when you build yourself, you're like, oh, that's a demon.
Yeah.
Like for instance, me and his brother work together. They got a nigga come out the house. Man, it's 5 a.m. What the fuck you doing out here? He ride on a bike 5 a.m. This nigga got them. Remember them same plats? The nigga from drinking the juice in the hood. Don't be minutes. Right, brother? You got them bitches just like that. And I'm talking about you up there. You probably gassed the truck up, the machines and shit. Fuck you looking at, nigga? Huh? What? Who said like he be tripping? But just like I said, you gotta that's a demon.
Yeah.
You know? I don't even in the world you just you'll match his energy, and the next thing you know, you had a nigga moment. You know? But in the truth, you start like, oh, that's
discerning.
Yeah, this nigga be out there. I'm talking about 5 days in the morning. We gone for 8 hours. Come back. He's still on the same block. But go ahead, Doc. Go ahead, Doc. Well, what y'all got?
This Jeremiah 9:23. Thus says Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, But let him that glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight. Say Yahweh.
So AKA, if you're gonna glory in anything about yourself, glory in me. I gave you that job. You gonna glory in that woman? Right. Who gave you the woman? The Most High. Got a new car. Got gas in my chest. Who gave you that car? Right. Same as he got that car, you gotta give it back to the Most High who gave it to you, man. You know? How about you, man? Yes. Hey man, just I'm talking about just to make it in a couple of minutes alone, you gotta give praise to the Most High, man. We walking in the valley of the shadow of death, man. We can die anytime. You know? Go ahead.
I got a precept for you too, but I want to say this: a man that's given something, he can't have pride in getting it, because you that was given to you. You didn't work for it, and that's why the Lord hate pride. You didn't.
I was gonna say also you can be taken away as well.
Yeah,
you know,
the Lord take it away. But I got something that the elder called for earlier. Going to the same thing.
Back of the point you made too.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such an one sitteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. And the point is in the beginning, man. All right, why is earth and ashes proud? Okay, you have nothing to be proud about, except for what the brother just went into in Isaiah the 9th chapter. All right, knowing that the Lord gave you something. You want to say something?
You Sirach 10, right?
Yeah.
You could get 7.
Got you. This verse 7, it reads, pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Hey, and you going off by having pride. And that's what these different camps, people in the world fail to realize, man. All right, you sinning against the Lord by just having pride.
The Lord say 4 things, for 3 and 4 things that he hate. A proud poor man. He hate him. How you gonna be poor and proud? It ain't, you gotta come on, brother. Yeah. At some point you gotta be like, man, I gotta pick this one or this one. Right? It's like you gotta call a spade a spade. The Lord like, hold on, I got you poor as a mother, and you proud. That's why he said that's a great thing he hates. For 4 things and 3 things the Lord hates. Yeah. It's a proud poor man. Get it, get that, man.
It's
in Sirach, yeah.
I was looking for that. You got it. All right, I'm gonna find it though.
Yeah, get that. 1 Corinthians 15:10.
Yeah. Bring it out. Let him bring it out.
This is the book of Sirach. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 2. It says, "There's 3 sorts of men that my soul hated."
So the Lord's soul is hating this. I just want to say that part. You got it out. Lord hate this. Go ahead.
3 sorts of men my soul hated, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man,
a life that the Lord gave them. Yeah. He like, look, I gave you this life, and I'm offended because there's men that's like that. Ain't like I hate you, and he offended at you. Think of the Lord hating you and being offended at you.
Yeah,
like, you worse than these something.
I give you this, but yeah, you can use some credit that you got it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It says, a poor man that is proud.
Yeah, we're the poor men right now. Mm-hmm. So what you got to be proud about? You still in captivity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If I could say it, that's like a child being proud that he punished.
Right.
It's like you supposed to learn something from this. Not boasting your punishment. Right?
Yeah. That's why I say you're supposed to obtain this knowledge that we're getting right now, say to repent.
That's right.
Not be proud of ourselves. Oh, we know this or we know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing to boast in at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Pride puff it up.
Pride puff it up. Yep. It says, a poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doeth. Doted.
Like bragging.
Yeah.
Boasting is adultery. You know,
bro.
He just, oh wow. But that go down the line for everything. Murderers. Like, I'm a stepper. Like, the Lord don't like that. He like, I'm offended with this because really you're boasting in iniquity. So the Lord like, look, you're being prideful in your sin. That's why he say, because judgment isn't executed speedily, it's fully set in the hearts of the sons of men to do evil. So the Lord looking at it like, cause I'm the one that kill and make alive, right? So you steady talking, you got a data you gonna meet, like you gonna run into. Go ahead.
And that's why when David was on the scene and he was doing what he was doing, he gave all the glory to Yahweh. Because he prayed that the Lord would teach his hands to walk. He knew it wasn't of himself. He knew it wasn't something that he done on his own. The Lord had to give him the power, and he gave great glory to the Lord for that, man. Y'all got it, bro.
Yeah.
I have one. I got one.
We're gonna swing. We're gonna just go around.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 10. It says, by the grace of the Most High, I am what I am.
That's right. He said, yeah, through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shema Shai. He said, hey, Apostle Paul said, I am what I am. But he was an apostle at that time. You know what I'm saying? So the same go with us. Hey, all we will part this truth, understand that the 100% truth, you know what I'm saying? They're able to preach it, it's because they through the mercies of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, but by the grace of the Most High, I am what I am. And his grace, which was bestowed upon me, was...
Keep on.
So like, and his grace, which was bestowed upon me, was not in vain.
Yeah, we pray his mercy they have upon us that the works that we putting in upon where it don't go in vain. I mean, hey, we doing this work right now, then we fall out later on. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that, man. Lord, we don't get that through his mercies. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, I labored more abundantly than they all, yet not I, but the grace of the Most High, which was with me.
That's plain right there. Hey, the Apostle Paul basically saying, like, no matter how much work I put in, you know what I'm saying? It's all through the grace of the Lord. Same go with us. You know, no matter how much righteousness we put, you know, how much charity, you know what I'm saying? It's all through the mercies and grace of the Lord. We can never forget that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got something?
Yeah, I got something. You got something? Yeah. Go ahead. Well,
That brother. Ecclesiastes 11 and verse 14. One moment, let me get it back up. It says prosperity, goddamn tongue tie, prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can be rich, you can be poor, you can be homeless. You know, it's all the Lord calls all those things. So, you know what I'm saying? So we got to be humble in the sight of the Lord.
Always give credit to the Lord.
I got a precept. I got a precept. This is Daniel 4:17. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the basis of men. The reason why I brought that out is because Nebuchadnezzar had a lot of pride in him, thinking that he was the one in charge and in control, which was, you know, vice versa to how Cyrus was. The prophecies tell you that Cyrus, he gave, you know, praises to Yahweh Shema Shai. And a man that's full of pride, you can't reprove him, you can't rebuke him or give him any type of exhortation, because he thinks he knows everything, which is opposite from a meek man. And that's what we're supposed to do.
Cyrus was a heathen.
Yes.
So did Nebuchadnezzar, praise the Lord. All right. Cyrus was of the other nations, man, and he respected the Lord. Right? He let us build our temple. Okay, he you know, he let us do things. At the end of the day, you give praises to the Lord anymore. He a heathen. Right. Nebuchadnezzar, he did that to Nebuchadnezzar. He let him grow beast claws and hair all out of him and eat grass, so he can humble him down. Then guess what? He was like, yes, the Lord, y'all Lord is the Lord. But it was all for humility to show, if the heathen can praise me, how much more y'all can't boast, man. Right. I make a heathen man lift me up, man. So that was done for account that we may know not to boast. All right, go ahead.
I got that account too, because that's the spirit. I just was reading this, you know, over the week. But this the book of Ezra in the Bible, verse 2. First chapter, verse 2. It reads, Thus says Cyrus, king of Persia, the Lord Yahweh of heaven had given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he had charged me to build him an house at Jerusalem, which is in Judah.
That's letting us what? Rebuild the temple.
That's right.
Because some men was coming in and they're ramshacking till y'all ain't building. All right? But the Lord had the spirit on Cyrus. But then that lets you know the Lord ruling in the kingdom of men. Because he can do whatever he wants. People be like, man, see, helping the heathen. Nah, they could be of the elect or the chosen. No, they can't.
He can do that. The Lord can do that.
He can do that. Because he was allowing his people to reap the effects through a heathen, man.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead,
I got one more verse just to back up what the brother saying.
Go ahead.
Though he gave reverence to the Lord, he knew he couldn't put his hands on the temple and make the temple.
Yeah.
He knew that.
Because he a heathen.
He a heathen. He knew that. This verse 3, it says, who is there among you of all his people? His power will be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judah, and build the house of the Lord of build the house of the Lord Yahweh of Israel. He is the power which is in Jerusalem.
That's
so
right.
just backing up what the brother was saying, man. You know, he knew he couldn't build the actual temple, but the Lord used Cyrus, right, to build this temple through the
authorization.
Yeah, he gave him the authorization because he was over.
Here's the key. He could have said, don't do it.
He was over the known world at
the
that
Lord
time.
like, nah, do it.
Yeah.
He made him do it.
That's
Cyrus
right.
didn't have a choice. It says the heart of the king, the spirit is in it. Go ahead, bring it up.
Yes, the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1. It says the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. You know, and if I could say, you know, the Lord actually got mind control over these heathen. He got mind control over us.
That's right.
You know, he turning, you know, he orchestrating, he doing everything he want because that's what's pleasing to him.
He the puppet master.
He the puppet master. He pulling the strings.
Literally.
Literally. You know? You got it, bro.
Go ahead, Judah, because
It's the
got something? You want to say something?
I got yeah.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 18, 19. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of the humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. So going back, brother was saying about too proud, like possession, like word possession, get a new car, new woman, and everything. That's all through the Lord. So we can't get too upped up and proud. Like, well, I got this bad chick. That's through the Lord. I got a new car. That's through the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So even with the truth, the Lord brought us in. We ain't brought ourselves on our own. So
yeah, it's just not just like material, but also spiritual as well. You know,
You got to humble down just to get the Lord.
you gotta get the Lord.
You could come in here, I got it. I'm reading, I got precepts. The Lord, like, you got to humble down. You got to wait. You got to get on the other side. It's a process. You got to humble down. The Lord don't, if every man that was of the Lord, because you got to think about it. The men that's on the other side, you got to think about when we was on the other side. You look at men's spirits was even more amplified on that side. You thinking like, I'm trying to get this. Take myself, for example. You'd be like, damn, I wonder how that brother was when he was on the other side. So then you take that into consideration and be like, oh, like the Lord, like, because the only way the Lord can build you up is if he break you down first.
Yes.
Right? So if he takes something from you, then like, okay, I can put something in him now. All right? To where he can what? Level up. In order to level up, you got to level down. The Lord, like, look, let me take you down a notch so you can see how to level up.
And what is that leveling down? Breaking off that worldly, you know,
the renewing.
Being renewed, breaking the world off you and being built back up through the spirit.
You got to humble down though, because when we was in the world, we thought we knew things. We thought like,
prideful.
We was prideful. Oh, he an old man. I do like I could teach that Bible like till it's time to do it.
Yeah.
Then you looking around like, man, everybody ain't too sharp at this. Like, go ahead,
I got a precept for you.
You had something? Let him catch him. Catch him. It's my first precept. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to get? Okay. It says Proverbs 8:13. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior and perverse speech. It's Proverbs 11:2. When pride comes, then comes disgrace. but with humility comes
Well,
wisdom.
read that first one, one you had, and let the brother break that down. Now, that was a good one.
Proverbs 8:13. To
Yeah,
fear the
damn
Lord
good.
is to hate evil.
Yeah.
I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior, and a perverse speech.
That's that's the Lord saying himself.
That's heavy.
Yeah, the Lord hates pride. You know, that's simple and plain. You know what I'm saying? The Lord that hates that prideful spirit. You know?
And the speak problem.
Speak problem, yeah.
That's why the Lord said in 2 Samuel 3, don't let arrogancy come out of your mouth. Matter of fact, get that. He said, don't talk so exceedingly proud, man. Or let arrogancy come out your mouth, man.
I'm there.
The Lord, listen, the Lord created arrogancy. The Lord is arrogant. He's everything. Right? Jacob be like, well, the Lord ain't this. The Lord everything. He created everything. He have a complete spirit in everything. He can be that. He's above arrogancy. He created that. Like, no, you know, and the way you look at it, for balance sake, you'll understand that you can't say the Lord ain't this or that. Like, because he created he did everything. So he can't be arrogant if he created, he's above it. Go ahead, brother. Read that again, the Proverbs
8:13?
Yeah. No, 2, huh? I think it was 2 or 13, the first one. Go ahead. Don't let the one you said about arrogance. Go ahead.
Proverbs 8:13. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior, and perverse speech.
Yeah. And perverse 2 and 3. And perverse speech. Read it again, so like I was talking there. My bad, bro.
Proverbs 8:13. It's the book of Proverbs 8:13. It reads, to fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior, and perverse speech.
Yep, and perverse speech, man. All right? Because what's perverse in a man's speech is if he says something he have no control over. Or something that the Lord, like, bro, do you know who I am?
Yeah,
I'll take you out right now. The Lord will kill some men when they offended with their tongue, right there. No, like right there, just call a seizure and die. You see some of the pastors, they're on the pulpit talking, and then they just fall out and die, man. The Lord, like, I ain't letting that word get by me. Get him, man. So you got to think about that. He ain't perverse speech, but go ahead. A false tongue. That's a false tongue. Go ahead, let him get that.
Go ahead. You got it.
So we don't get off it. Go ahead. The second.
I got you. Okay, this is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 3. It says, talk no more exceeding proudly.
Who you think the Lord talking to? Who talk proudly? Jake, poor man. Jake be the one mouthing off. Esau don't really be popping like that, because he's in power. He like, y'all talking. We real good over here. Yeah, you hear Jake. You hear Jake talking about how he gonna put that thing on you, and this is in a cult, and this. He done already got that bitch cocky when you like, as soon as I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna shoot you. Like Esau don't even talk, he just pull out and kill you. Like Esau don't boast and let you know, like he's gonna be like, he must don't know, I'm a trained assassin. Jake tapping a trained assassin, saying, look, I got it in a car, you keep playing, but I go get it right. This is what Jake be doing. Right? How you gonna boast and say you gonna kill a man? Is you serious? That man probably got the killing instrument on him. He could just put you down.
And that's why in most cases, like what you're talking about, the man that say he gonna kill somebody, he end up dying.
There you go.
There you go. Not with that.
Yeah, and then you don't got no control over life and death anyways. He said, it is I, even I am he. I kill and make alive. Deuteronomy 32.
That's right, bro.
So the Lord, like, I'm the one just read it. As a matter of fact, it said in that right there, in verse 7.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It say it's back in 1 Samuel 2 and 3. It says, talk no more exceeding proudly.
Yep.
Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth, for Yahweh is a power of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
So he weighed the actions of what everybody talking about. I hear y'all. The Lord word is according to Hebrews 4 and 12. Is quick and powerful. We talk of things that we really can't call into action unless the Lord wants to. You can say you're gonna kill a man, but if the Lord don't want you to kill him, you ain't gonna never kill him. Every time it's on your mind, the Lord will cause. Let's just say you go get in the car and you won't ride on something. The Lord will let you wreck the car.
Yeah.
Or then what? Or go to jail, get pulled over by police. You're not controlling nothing.
No.
So even if you do put it in your mind to kill a man, the Lord put that on your spirit and let the angels work to kill him. It wasn't you.
Can I read verse 6?
Go ahead, read 6, which proves it, bro.
This verse 6. It says, Yahweh killeth
and make it alive.
He kill and make alive. That's in the Lord, right?
Yes, it.
The Lord.
Yeah.
Get Proverbs 4:23.
It says, he bring it down to the grave and bring it up.
Read it again, bro.
God, it says, the Lord Yahweh kill it and make it alive.
That's plain, right?
That's plain as day.
Is anything now? No, he kill when he can.
No.
Read it again.
It said he kill it and make it alive.
He kill tomorrow or Tuesday. He what?
He kill it and make it alive.
That's in season and out of season. It ain't no addition to that, right? Or you can't take anything away from it. Go ahead.
With the Proverbs?
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 4:23. It says, keep thy heart with all diligence.
Yep.
For out of it are the issues of life.
I meant to say Psalms when he say
I got that.
You got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, that's what I wanted. My bad.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 68, verse 20.
That's it.
It says, he that is our power
Yeah.
is the power of salvation, and unto Yahweh the Lord belong the issues from death.
So everything surrounding a death of somebody, the issues of death belong to the Lord. So however that man was killed, set up, put in position to be done, this all the Lord. The Lord, like, ain't nobody do that. You know, man, like, I'm gonna set him up. I'm gonna run him flanking this way. You bring him around the corner. I'm gonna be laying back in the car. That's the Lord setting him up. It's a demand from the Lord. Like, I'm putting that in y'all mind, working y'all mind like that to do that, man. People don't understand that, dude. So at the end of the day, that means the Lord manifests everything. So that means he did it. It's his credit, you know? But he used man to do what he want to do, and the angels to work on men. That's what a man don't understand. So I don't worry about nobody say, man, I'm gonna take care of you. Boy, you know what I tell him? Man, you better go holler at the Lord about that. How you gonna you gotta get permission from the Lord to do that. That shit sound good, but you gotta get permission from the Lord to do that, man. And that's what? A great deal of faith. But that was it, bro.
And just bring out a point real quick, just to show you how Esau is so anti-Yahweh, man. What's going on right now in the city? Decadence, pride, right? Pride month.
Pride, yeah, you
pride.
Yep.
And there, I had a date the other night, man, with this Edomite chick, and we was at we gonna eat pho, Chinese food, and she was like, well, what are your thoughts on pride and stuff like pride and stuff? I'm like, well, on homosexuality, I told her, I said straight up, I ain't with it. I said, but if a man is if that's how he is, that's how he is. As long as he don't bring that shit my way. And so she's like, so she took offense to it, saying like, you don't like, they should have pride in their. I said, why is it that these gay people out here having pride in their sexuality, like that's something to celebrate? I said that a man laying with another man why does that deserve a parade?
But these people are perverse. He mingled a perverse spirit.
You know,
and you gotta watch your algorithm.
Like I like Twitter. Where's my parade?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
but you supposed to say this. This supposed to be your answer when you deal. If you say you're not with it, you permit what you promote. You're not supposed to tell her, well, look, long as they don't come out. No, we don't deal with it at all. We shun all appearance of evil. You know what I would have said? Right? I would have said, look, what you permit, you promoting. If you don't shut it down, that means you could be potentially with it. So the Lord, like, nah, you got to get all away from evil. You got to abstain all appearance. So look, from here, like, man, look, I don't really, to be mindful, to have a mind of the Lord, you don't even entertain questions like that. It don't even avoid it. You're talking to a woman who is deprived of wisdom and imparted from knowledge. She don't understand anything. And you're talking to a heathen, a Edomite, whose vine is of Sodom. They're regularly like this. So if you say you're against it, you're gonna really make her enemy. That's all you're gonna do. Now, if she with you on a date, and just say you do get the cheeks. When you get the cheeks, she might wait till you go to sleep and put the knife in. You gotta be thinking, man, I'm steps ahead. So overall, you gotta know how to control you. You don't gotta always, especially the women, you don't gotta portray knowledge and wisdom to them. They don't understand. They don't know. So you be like, man, look, you should have just been like, man, people doing whatever they're doing. But look, we gonna go to the show. You change the channel. Sometimes the answer is to change the whole question.
I don't
That's
really
the
get
answer.
into that. And move on.
You just be like, I don't really get into it. There's a lot going on with that.
Yeah.
And then it's like she can't really come back with nothing. Be like, but look, let's go get this movie, get the steak over there, and just try to move around. That's it. It's according to the temperature, everything. But go ahead, brother.
Thank you.
We all got a precept.
You say you had.
I got one.
You got something to go with what I was saying?
That was pertaining to what you were saying.
Let him, when you read it out, let him break it down.
Okay, gotcha. This is Proverbs 4:14. It says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of the evil men."
Read again. Read again.
Proverbs 4:14. It says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men."
Right, like I say, don't go to the path of wicked men. I mean, hey, all the wickedness of the way, stay away from that. You know, don't go into the path of it, or else you can be destroyed.
Right. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away.
Yeah, that's what main thing we're supposed to do. We become Israelites again, man. Because they stand for all wickedness of the world. You know, that's what we destroy. You know what I'm saying?
I got something for you. This the book of Psalms, chapter 34 and verse 18. It reads, "The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit."
Right, hey, on we to be face to face with you gotta be broken and contrite spirit. That's the only way the Lord gonna deal with you. You know? You got more. Cause you got more than that.
That's it.
That's it. Y'all got some?
Y'all brought out the Sirach 10 already, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sirach
Got
10.
some?
Yeah. Got Maccabees, man.
Oh yeah.
This is Second Maccabees chapter 1 verse 2.
Yeah, basically the brothers about bringing up the scripture. Hey, go back to the topic we was talking about. Hey, is that we can't forget that the Lord is allowing us to do this work. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is Second Maccabees chapter 1 verse 2. It says, "God be gracious unto you, and remember his covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, his faithful servants, and give you all in heart to serve him and to do his will with a good courage and a willing mind."
That's right. So basically, the Lord showing us grace, by giving us the mindset to serve him, as we're doing right now, and to do his will, as we're doing right now. We're preaching his word. You know what I'm saying? They also say, he give us the mind and a mindset to serve him that we're doing with confidence. Well, they say good courage, right? They say good courage.
With a good courage and a willing mind.
Yeah, you see like how confidence, how brothers are when they preach the word. You know what I'm saying? They also when they speak on certain topics. You know, it's all of the Lord. They give them that spirit to do that.
Right.
Yep.
And what the brother is adding here, to say things with faith. All right. When you go into that word confidence, kindness, wit, fidelity means faith.
Right.
All right. So you're saying things with assurance, right? Believability. Give me Romans 10 and 10, brother. And I'm gonna let you get it. Yeah. Romans 10 and 10. All right. And this is why we stand. That's how the righteous man stand in both. Because really, when we read the Bible, you got to remember these are the words of the Lord. We don't, whatever this say is right. It don't matter how controversial it is to us. We like, look, bro, this right to me. Now, however you feel, cool. All right, go ahead.
So, we keep boasting ourselves. They brought a certain precept out.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah,
but we got to have confidence, right? Because most people conflict confident of Salaki, bro. Conflict confidence with arrogance. So you still gotta know the levels, because the Lord don't want you to be arrogant either. But go ahead,
This is the book of Romans chapter 10 verse 10. It says, "For with the heart man believeth unto righteousness."
Mm-hmm. With the heart, right? Through his faith, we believe unto righteousness. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And with the mouth, confession is made unto salvation.
So we speaking with faith to confess unto our salvation, man. So with our heart, we believing in righteousness, man. It says, get away, Paul say, we believe and therefore we speak. This is why man bold, like, man, look, bro, we believe. Well, that's just words in the book. All right, it's just words in the book to you. Right? It's personal to us. Right? But it's business, you know? Go ahead, y'all got it? We believe therefore we speak. I got a scripture right quick. Go ahead, you got it.
It's Ephesians 2, verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith.
Yep.
And that not of yourselves, but it's the gift of the Most High.
That's it.
And the faith that we do have, how much we believe, the Lord gave us that.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians.
That's it. Yeah.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and 13. It says, we have the same spirit of faith according as it is written.
The spirit of faith of our forefathers. They was the same way, man. There's accounts in there where they stood on business with what they said. Like, look, this is, you know, Maccabees, Abraham, is different of our forefathers. You go on and on. It's going through the Bible. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians 4 and 13. We have in the same spirit of faith according as it is written. I believe, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore we speak.
Yeah, we believe, therefore we speak. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's why we speak on these things, man. With boldness and confidence. Yeah, with boldness and confidence. Because, hey, we believe. We fully believe in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lord will, he allows us to believe to the end. You know, that's what it's all about.
Hey, faith. I saw a brother name this video, Faith Speaks for Itself.
That's it.
And it does.
Yeah.
It actually speaks for itself, man. Because when we speak of the faith we have, it's the faith that's in us. We're talking about the faith, all right, of the Lord, or what the Lord have stored in us. Go ahead. You got it, bro.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verse 16. It says, let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need.
So yeah, it said we were supposed to come to this thing boldly. You know, we're supposed to be confident we come to this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
If I can add, even with your prayers, you know, you're supposed to really pray like you believe.
Yeah.
When you speak, you're supposed to speak like you believe, man. You know, not wavering, not hesitating, or being faithless with it. You know, you got to be bold with the things you say.
No doubt.
Like the brother said, you got to trust in the spirit.
Yeah. I say we got to bold. We got to be confident, and we are able to continue to the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not be prideful or arrogant. As the brother was talking about, humbly be confident.
Right.
Like that we able to remain this thing.
Yeah, and it's a humble way to be bold.
Yeah,
or confident.
humble
you know, and not being prideful or proud. You know.
Yeah. That's why Scripture say everything we say, everything we want to do, we give credit to the Lord. They say Lord will.
Yeah, Lord will. Yeah. I don't want to write this out. I got a word for you real quick. It's that word bold in online etymology. It says stout-hearted, brave, confident, or strong. And just like the brother was going into, you go into that word confident, just means with faith. So if you're being bold, that means you're just confident in your faith, you know, which is, it's kind of like I'm saying the same thing, but it's not the same thing, you know. It's like you got a lot of faith, if you get what I'm saying. You know, it says, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 5. It says, not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything as, this is 2 Corinthians 3 and 5. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything as of ourselves, but our sufficiency is of the Most High.
Yeah, basically we're going to say we're sufficient. It means enough or accepted. You know, so basically plain say, hey, we are not accepted. We can't make ourselves accepted by the Lord. You know, by the works we do. You know what I'm saying? They say all. So basically, we're not supposed to think ourselves we are accepted, or just because we see spiritual numbers like 144, 444, or we think we give charity to the brother, or things like that. You know what I'm saying? We're not every day is not enough for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But every day we're not finished till the Lord said we finished. Basically. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going.
You got something?
Yeah,
You got something?
I'm looking for something right now.
Right, 1 Corinthians 1 verse 29.
I'm in 1 Corinthians anyway.
Yeah, you got 1 Corinthians 1, start at 29.
Okay. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 29. That no flesh should glory in his presence.
That's funny. We're not supposed to come to the truth, boasting and having glory in ourselves. Think we deserve a recognition, you know what I'm saying, or reward for the stuff we doing, according to the truth, man.
The back here.
Yeah, you got
Keep going.
Yeah, you can go. Yeah, you can.
Kind of, but yeah, I got one in the back here. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 1 and 30. But of him are ye in Hamashiach Yahushai, who of the Most High is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption.
Yeah, that's why. Hey, we're not supposed to glory in ourselves in the present. It's in verse 29, because they is all up the Lord. We are allowed to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Point blank period.
Yeah.
And we
They also say it's a in your house shot. You know, hey, house shot, like y'all shot shedding that blood for us. Hey, we are able to be at one with our power again. You know what I'm saying? We're able to repent. You know what I'm saying? We have the wisdom to forsake this wicked ways of this world. You know what I'm saying? Also, we urge the righteous acts. You know, according to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right.
Got one back. Got another one. This one to back up that point you made. This is John 15, verse 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
Yeah. That's right. Basically, it's plain right there. The Lord ain't called us to do this work. At the end of the day, we and her think and ourselves back then, we would be prophets. You know what I'm saying? All we chose to do it. You know? There was no point. There was none of in our lifeline or our goals in the rules in the world. Hey, but the Lord had turned our minds around. You know what I'm saying? Put us back to remembrance where do the work. We do righteousness. You know, as we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
And just as easily as you were given the truth and can prophesy, just as easily as it can be
away,
taken away.
Yeah.
Hey, one day you're a prophet, the next day you're a damn feather duster. You're bugged out here.
Yeah.
And we've seen it plenty of times. Henceforth, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that ye should go out and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. The first
main
part.
So that was the main part, man. So you're supposed to pray and hope, you know, and be humble enough to where we able to remain. You know, that our fruit will remain, which the work we put in. You know what I'm saying? Finishing that first one.
Verse 31. That according as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord.
Yeah, so you want glory, so glory in the Lord. Give credit to the Lord. At the end of the day, man, all the work you're doing, you always gotta give credit to the Lord. As of him, and you're allowed to do what you do. You know?
The fact that you're alive, breathing today.
Yeah, alive, yeah.
This is backing up what the brother brought out, but in 1 John about the Lord calling us into this truth, you know. But it's a certain expectation that's required in this truth, you know, especially when you enter into the business of the Lord. All right, this is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall never fall." So while the Lord has called you out of the world, called you into this truth, it's a diligence, it's an expectation that you have to meet. It's requirements that the Lord requires you to meet, man. You know, that's what the word diligence actually go to. You know, to make your calling and election sure. Because if you do these things, all right, if you don't fall off from doing, you know, what the Lord has blessed you with, you're not gonna fall. All right, you're not gonna fail.
I want to make a point. Yeah, it's we're supposed to keep that diligence when we come in this thing all the way to the end, and not like a certain period of time. Do you stop thinking, you got a spot on the cherry? You know what I'm saying? Or you think, you did enough for the Lord? No, it's never enough. You gotta continue to do this. We for sure obtain salvation. You
Just
know?
the back. Yeah, just the back of the precepts y'all was talking about. Think about it like a job. Hey, your boss chooses to give you the job. You go on the job, you got to do work to keep the job. But if you just think, I'm gonna get a raise if I just sit on my ass and do nothing, hey, you ain't gonna be at that job long. You're gonna get fired very quickly.
Yeah. Even an example like the apostles. You know, they've been in this thing like almost 40 years, and they still have that diligence to do the work. So almost for us, like we don't got no excuse.
The work don't stop until we get to the chariots, man. You know, till the Lord actually sends the famine of the word. You know, all hell break loose and judgment is full blown in the streets. That's it. You gotta do it.
If I could add to you, like I said, and that's the beautiful and scary part about it, man. Like again, none of us knows, man. None of us know if we're actually that chosen, but we're going to continue to work. So having that fire lit under our ass to keep on pushing and keep on going, man, that's why we got to keep on doing this. You know?
Yeah, don't stop till the missiles drop. And we're at the top. You know what I'm saying?
I know, man. I got a quick piece of it.
Yeah.
Back up what you said, boy. Yeah. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 15. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold or hot. I would thou were cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of thy mouth.
Yeah, I got it. So basically, the Lord knows what type of work you're doing, right? You're on fire, or right? You middle of the fence, or you cold, or you're not doing that at all. But the Lord don't want you to be lukewarm.
You said something about fervent in spirit.
Yeah, fervent in spirit. Romans. I think It's Hebrews. Yes, just one of them. Yeah, basically, you're supposed to. The Lord wants you to be fervent.
You gotta choose a side, man. You can't be on the fence. You here 1 week, and 2 of the weeks you're not here. Then you gotta be on fire, for the Lord. You gotta be basically to the point where you can definitely see. There's certain things in a man that you can tell, like, oh, you got other things, because sometimes brothers have other things going on. Don't get it. It's not that serious. So you got brothers that have things going on, but when you talk to him, when you deal with him, you can. It's without a shadow of a doubt. Aside of what's going on, you can tell that the man is fervent in spirit for the Lord. He's not lopsided.
Ain't wavering.
Yeah, he ain't wavering, man. We've been around guys in the past. Guys that we didn't ran past. It's like 1 minute they be fervent in spirit, and the next minute something happened. Like the scripture talks about those seeds that was on stony grounds. All right, those are compared to men. You got some men that come planted, and certain things happen, they wash away. You might have to get into it, but certain things happen to where the man just poof, he hit on one.
All that, right?
Certain things happen in the truth. Some men go his way. Men didn't agree on certain matters, and what happened? They get offended and they gone. And then you got that one that's from the beginning when he first came and heard about this thing. All he was about was learning and rooting himself. Because the more you root yourself and get deep into the ground, when things come, the things gonna come. You might go 2-3 years in truth with nothing happening.
That's right.
You just skating and then something happens. Right? Because like the church, when you go to the church tell you what? The church tell you, oh, prosperity, you're gonna come in, you're gonna get money, you're gonna do this. It's the opposite when you're dealing with the God of the Bible. They're dealing with Caesarea bullshit. Right? They're dealing with that Cololini spirit over there in the churches, lies, bullshit, and prosperity. You get into on this side with the Lord and start dealing with, the Lord start bringing things your way. Right? Things start happening. Right? So you got to get rooted deep. All right? Because if you ain't rooted deep in these scriptures, guess what happens? A pastor can come and cut you up and get you back in the church with him. If you ain't rooted, you got to get deep into these scriptures, man. Deep into the understanding, to the ways of the Most High, where you starting to live it. When the cameras are off and brothers ain't around, you're not going to be subject to get tempted to eat a bologna sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, So it's really, I'm gonna tell you this: it's more about what's going on off the camera than on the camera.
That's right.
You're not getting peer pressure around your homeboys to smoke the weed.
That's it.
Or to do the pills or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Do it one time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, nigga, slap my mama. Let's go around the corner. You're not
go do this here.
But it's to the point where you're rooted deep to where when things come your way, because they will come. You're not just easily moved, man.
That's right. You won't get choked out.
Yeah. So you gotta get rooted, man.
You gotta be rooted.
Then I'm gonna say this: you gotta pace yourself too when you in that process of rooting yourself, because you got certain cats in the past times I seen they get rooted, but then on the process of getting rooted, they're starting to get into different books. Oh, you heard about the keeping it? You heard about this, the Jasper?
Yeah.
Better leave that shit alone, man. Yeah. That shit'll bug you out.
Dude came on my comment board and said, "Hey, the book of Jasper." What I did, I just looked over that kept pushing. Look at the book of Jasper. Yeah, try you now.
Yeah, that's why I say the scripture says about being minded of making many books.
Yeah.
If there's no end, you get into you got to get rooted before you get into those books, because those books will actually persuade you and bug you out. You got to learn to take the meat from the bones, meaning take the good things in this. You might read a book that matches up with the scriptures. Everything is supposed to be filtered through the scriptures. So when you read a book, do this. Is this book lining up with what I've been taught from this point?
That's right.
If it goes all okay, it goes got bones in it. All right, meaning things don't match up. It's just an opinion from an Edomite, an opinion from the author.
You gotta pick out the bones.
Yeah. So you gotta learn as a young man coming up in the tree. You gotta learn to pace yourself. You gotta learn to identify those things. If not, those things can take you.
That's right.
All right. You about to say something?
Yeah, I want to say basically like you gotta be rooted and grounded in the scriptures.
It's the first book.
Because they say we read another book, and they like you might read something that's like, they might come up on you like, hey, this seems true. This seems it feels good. Then all of a sudden you just teaching. That's all you teaching now. That's all you believe in.
A lot of people got on that book of Enoch. And that book of Enoch, a lot of people got.
Yeah, man. The book of Jasper. I just see it. Plenty, and Jake believe that shit.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you can be reading the Book of Mormon. You unfollow GMS. You start following Big Judah and shit like that.
Yeah, but like I said, over time with myself, I was able to I be into different weird shit. You know, that's why a lot of time when these bug outs come up here, I can already know where they're going and identify. Cause I didn't read it. Like, I didn't been into the just to learn about because early on I heard that the apostles talk about apparitions and demons and different like that. So in time past, when I was rooted and actually understood what was going on, I was able to go into the book of demonology and shit. Yeah. I know about different demons and shit like that, but who gives a fuck? You know, at the end of the day, what you need to do is see, does this have anything to do with my salvation? Point period. If it don't have nothing significant to do with your salvation, just toss it, man. These should be the main two books that you should be dealing with and getting rooted in, man. First and foremost. And I'm talking about putting in work for, if we here long enough, for a couple of years, man. Right? It takes time. It takes time to actually wash away what Auntie Joyce, your mama, grandmother, right. Uncle Jesse and them been talking, man. Pass the pork chop. It takes time to get those things away.
Get it out of here.
All right?
White man Jesus.
Right.
Look.
So that's what you need. You need to deal with the basics first, man. Then you need to deal with what you can actually understand. First and foremost, understanding Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that book of Deuteronomy 28 is solely talking about us. You need to read it, digest it, read it again, digest it. All right. Then as a man that's coming into the knowledge of the Most High, I always suggest that you go into the book of Sirach. Read the whole book of Sirach, because it tells you about, first and foremost, it tutors you on how to be a man, it tutors you on how to deal with women, it tutors you on how to deal with the people of the society. All right, with wisdom. All right,
Psalms and Proverbs too.
Yeah,
that's the change.
Yeah. Then you got to dive deep into those stories. Right? What happened in Genesis? What happened in Exodus? What happened in the first 5 books? What happened in Joshua? On and on and on.
Visualize what you need. You know what I'm saying? Be a good storyteller. You know?
Yes. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. When you read those stories, you read about those wars that we had. When you read about King David, you should be able to visualize it like a movie, a soft cartoon of them doing those very acts that they was doing, man. You know, the things that Ehud did, and on and on and on. You know. Yeah. Go ahead.
You got the precept of things aforetime was while learning.
Right.
You know, ultimately, like I said, we look back at those stories and so on and so forth to see, like, you know, checking the Lord track sheet, basically. You know, all the good things that He's done for the people that's doing His work. You know, it's a track list behind it. That's what everything meant for.
Says in Job 2, seek out the old past, the ways of our fathers.
Hey, because the things that we go through, ultimately, when you start to learn about catching hell, the things that we go through in this truth, or the pain that we go through in this truth, they are actually things to galvanize our minds, man, and our bodies to what's to come. Right? So really, ultimately, we know all hell from the break loose. So you got to be mentally strong, and then somewhat physically strong too, man. To endure, right? The things that we're going into, this ain't no the different signs that we have. This ain't no fairy tale. This ain't nothing to just make believe, right? If you a man that's really seeking after the Lord, really want to seek answers, all right? Because that's what a true man does. A real man always wanting seeking truth, man. It's everything, right? Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 24. It says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by the opportunity of leisure, and he that had little business shall become wise. Yeah, you know, like the other was going into, you know, first and foremost, you know, these two books, you know, this is what you study. You know, you read the stories, all right, going over breakdowns in your spare time, you know, not making much of your spare time full of folly, you know, if you really want to grow in this thing. All right, when you go into leisure time, that's talking about your free time, man, you know. And so if you want to become a learned man, all right, have wisdom dwell with you, you know, this got to be first and foremost, you know, whether it's 30 minutes, an hour, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know. Also, it's a balance with things too. That's right. You know, like the other was going into, you know, saying, you know, overstudying. You can overstudy the Bible, man. You know, you can just crowd and cram and do too much. You know, and you
bug yourself out that.
You bug yourself out like that.
Fall out on the floor every day.
Yeah, the guy back then I knew he was the original. He was like the head of Chicago back then. His name was the top guy was. I'm talking about back then he was a surgeon in the scriptures, man. Yeah, I'm talking about a straight surgeon. Different words, everything. But what would he do? He used to just study all goddamn day, never giving himself a break. Right? He burnt himself out to where he. And then what he went off about was a simple book. The book of Revelation, the 9th chapter. We know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But that's how demons are playing. You need time. Hey man, you study some more, and then you give yourself some free time. Go hang with the boys. You know your partners. You might.
It's levels too.
Yeah, you might take it one of the moves. You might do something. But then you go back. You resume back to do what you was doing. You pace yourself.
What's that cartoon about that? About the turtle and the rabbit. You know, that rabbit kept moving. Yeah. He was running, the turtle running. Raised. That's kind of like what you were saying. Yeah. You know, it ain't the swift that.
Paul with that. Paul went into it, man. The race is not given to the swift, man.
You put out a million lessons. Yeah. You might come up short at the end.
Yeah, we know somebody personally like that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
popping them out left and right.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he in the new cover.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:12. And further, Ecclesiastes 12:12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished of making many books. There is no end. In much study is weariness of the flesh.
Yeah. Much study is the weariness of the flesh. So you got to get to the point where you pace yourself. All right. Back then, the apostles, they didn't have some of the tools that we have, so we can make our studying much faster pace,
more convenient,
right? By having Google and search engines, they had to go to actual libraries and get books that's this big and go through page per page, blow for blow. All right, now we have that. We have that tool to actually make it faster.
I remember them days.
Then, like in our time, we were down there study till the damn paid programs come on, man. And then you look at the window, you see the sun starting to come up.
Yeah.
You know, but those were the things that was paving the way for now, man. Now, brothers, you have a foundation. You have other brothers that you can go to and ask questions. Like I said, a lot of times, how the apostles taught us too, you go look for the information first. Then if you can't find the information, because we all got $1,000 phones, $800 phones, you got the keys in your hand right there. You know? It shouldn't be no wonder about certain things where you can just hit the internet, you know. And then from there you can't find it. Then you go to a particular brother or whatever, man. All right, and you go through the scriptures. Go ahead,
This is the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 9, verse 11. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all.
Yeah, time and chance. Right? By time, you got to get, sometimes things take time to work out. Because you stand on that side, you see myself or certain other brothers up here, or apostles, just go through information, go through scriptures. Give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Mm-hmm. And you sitting there like, damn, why I'm not like that? Damn, why I can't be like that?
Then you inspire yet to be that.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's true. You to the point where you gotta give yourself the opportunity to get that because you starting off. You gotta learn first and foremost how to study. First and foremost, you gotta learn how to read the Bible. Most people read the Bible like a what? A heavy novel, starting from the front all the way to the back. You don't read like that. The scripture tell you gotta read precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Just understand. All right, the church don't know how to even read the Bible. You know.
One scripture the whole damn day.
So with that being said, you gotta first and foremost slow down, pace yourself. And from there, you gotta also be open-minded or start over. Because everything that you think you know, and from this time or whatever age you is in the world, you got to come to the realization that I don't know shit.
That's it. Fresh
You know?
start.
Yeah, you gotta start off straight fresh. Then once you get to the point you get in those, like we have different classes and stuff like that. When you get in those classes, you take down them notes, you're gonna get blown away. Like, damn, I don't know the shit I thought I knew. I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
You know, you start going through different, articles, books, all type of information start coming at you, man. At the end of the day, your one paper, one particular notebook will just be filled with all type of information, man. But read that again, though.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift.
Yeah, even in this truth, though. The race ain't given to the swift. The guys, I done seen guys start off fast as hell.
Wide open.
Yeah, off the gate.
Yeah.
Doing too goddamn
Go
much.
hard for the Lord.
Yeah.
Go hard.
By the time end of the year, next year, they like, where's Waldo? They started all too fast, man. Go ahead. This thing is like a marathon. All right? Go ahead.
But now I got one for you too.
Come on.
It says, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise.
Just push up. Y'all just get over that way a little bit. Or if y'all want to get out that sun. That's cool. Yeah, let's get right there. That's cool. Yeah, go ahead and read that.
This back in Ecclesiastes 9 and 11, it says, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happening to them all.
Time and chance. And everything needs time and chance. Even men. You might see a brother start off rough. I didn't see brothers couldn't even find the book of Deuteronomy, man, at one time. But over time, all right, dealing with them personally, dealing with themselves, studying, trying to get understanding. Now, 3-4 years and gone by, you look at the brother, he didn't grown, man. Go ahead.
That was it. You got it.
This is Proverbs 25:16. As thou found honey, eat so much as is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomited.
Yeah, that's how. Cause what the honey represent? These scriptures, and it's sweet. Give me Ezekiel the 3rd, yeah, Ezekiel 3, because these scriptures are like honey. It's compared to honey. And what is the actual good thing about honey? It's sweet, tastes good, right? That's how it be when you first come into the truth. Everything sounds good, everything matches up. You have a zeal, you feel that connection with the Most High, and it feels good. But then it get to the point where you eating too much, you just going too hard on yourself to where the things that was in you, all right, and that you was actually, goggling down, you start to vomit it up because you ain't paced yourself, man.
You're not holding on to it.
Yeah.
You're not really digesting what you understanding or what you reading. Cleave to it.
Yeah, because it's one thing to eat, but then when you eat, whatever you eat, you gotta get what from it? The nutritional benefits from it, man. Able to hold it, because the scriptures also talks about wisdom being like, it's compared with wisdom like being, I think like a cistern, what a cistern does to water, because water is like the scriptures too. You gotta hold the cistern is used to hold it, man. All right. That's why the other one, there's another scripture coming in my head about it's not what goeth in the man that defile him, what goes out of him that which defile him, because what goes in you supposed to be righteous doctrine, all right, sound doctrine. Then once you get righteous doctrine, the same thing that's supposed to come out, meaning what you utter and what was living through you, it's supposed to match up with the same thing going in you. Now, when you start to digest Islam, start to digest the book of the Kebra Niggas and the book of the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's the same thing that you digesting is to follow you, because you coming out, it's coming out you and you believing in those things, man.
Yeah, but you can't take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, say like something like if you think about it, you just rebuke that thought. You take that thought away from you. As soon as you said it, you can't turn back from it.
Yeah, now I'm gonna say this. Now, as a true person that's trying to master the scriptures for Yahweh Shah, now we go into those different books. I done read them before. The Book of Mormons, the Quran. Now we go through those things to what? Combat the bullshit that's gonna come up on the block. Now I can read those things and this is bullshit. This is bullshit. And just go down the list on it. Okay. Now here they're talking about the Book of Miriam. You can combat them on that.
I wanted to back you up. Exactly what you said.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus of Sirach 36. I'm gonna start at 18. The belly devoureth all meats.
What's also considered the belly? Your mind. Your mind is like a belly. Right? Just as this belly holds food and water, this here holds the food and water of knowledge. Now you got good knowledge, you got bad knowledge. You got knowledge that can excel you, you got knowledge that can corrupt you, man. Go ahead, Al.
Yet is one meat better than another. As the palate tasteth diverse kinds of venison, so doth an heart of understanding false speeches.
Yeah, different types of wisdom. That's right. You got false wisdom and you got righteous wisdom. In them palate, you got different diverse. It's like we go right now. We go to Texas Roadhouse. Yeah. I might want a steak. You want a steak. Yeah. But hey, brother, you get you some rice. I'm gonna give me some macaroni. I'm gonna give me some corn. Yeah. And those different things are different doctrines and different books. And but you gotta learn how to eat righteously. Man. Right. Get thrown off the path quick. And then if you eat, you gotta know what you eating. This shrimp on that steak. Because this fish can look like this fish once it's cooked. But you gotta know that's a bit rare. That's well done. Right. You got something?
Yeah, I got
go ahead.
A precept. This is Proverbs 5:15. It says, "Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad in rivers of waters in the streets. Let them be only thine own, and not strangers with thee."
Right. So you got those your mind and those things that you retain got to hold. You got to be able to hold it. You build in the sweet. Yeah, the build in the sweet, man. All right. You got some more?
Yeah, I got that Ezekiel 3 for you. I got nothing to
it. If you're Ezekiel 3, I'm gonna give it back to the bar.
That's the book of Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1.
Yeah.
It says, "Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll and go and speak unto the house of Israel."
It's like one more time.
It says, "Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll and go speak unto the house of Israel."
This is a representation of the roll, man. All right. He's making a similarity to eating. All right. And when we get in these scriptures, we are eating. All right. Go ahead.
It says, "So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness."
Yeah, it was in my mouth for honey and sweetness. It sounded good. It matched up with my spirit. Everything sounded right. All right. And that's how we be when we come into the block. All right. Waking up to understand that the Most High, the one that the world calls God, finding out when we read these scriptures that he's a so-called black man. All right. Then we read also about the one that the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. You find out in the Bible, reading for yourself, damn, Jesus black, well, so-called Jesus, what the world calls Jesus, damn, his name is Yahweh Shai. Damn, he's a so-called black man. He's from coming back to kill, coming back. He's from the tribe of Judah. Then you start to dive into other things, learn about World War III and how America's gonna go out in a blaze. All right. You start to learn about martial law happening, man. You start to wake up into understanding. Damn, I just thought that was some damn Mexicans. I ain't had no significance in knowing that was dead. They are our brothers, man. The Native Americans, those same people that you start to match up. Like, damn, that's why them Puerto Ricans always stayed around us, man. That's why I had a Dominican partner, we was always close. His spirit matched up with my spirit, but we ain't, you have to find out. Go ahead.
It says, let me read it again.
Yeah, read it again.
And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee into the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. That was it.
Yeah, because then it goes, and then other scripture goes on to say, this thing, at one time this thing be like sweet like honey, then becomes bitterness. The bitter part of about it is what? The hell you start to catch in the truth, man. Things start to happen. All right? Things start to happen to you to shake your faith, to see if you really, the Lord start to do things, to see if you really believe in him. That happens, like I said, if it ain't happened now, it's going to happen down the line.
You gonna catch hell.
All right? You going to catch hell.
You gonna catch hell.
You might go months, years without a job. All right? You and your woman was ace boon coons before the truth. You get into the truth, she becomes a dragon, a mere enemy of you, man, because of this. I'm talking now. You start hearing bullshit, Your partners, that was once your partners, the niggas gonna make fun of you. You're a joke to them.
Oh, he crazy, man.
All right? Yeah, he call you crazy. They call you a Muslim. They say you in a cult. They say all type of shit. Yeah. But are you willing to keep going and enduring that for the Lord, man? All right? That's the other side of that. All right? Because the Lord knows, like the scripture tell you, the Lord knows our tribulations, our shortcomings, the things that, all right, we actually, because the scripture tell you too, literally, huh? The scripture literally tell you too, man, how that we yearn. It's a battle going on between our flesh and our spirit. Your spirit wants to do the right thing, but that flesh in you, that flesh is weak, man. All right, that flesh have you doing things that you won't usually do. That's why the scripture said, even our spirits, man, the spirit that we are, our spirits actually praise to the Most High for us too, man. On top of us praying to the Most High ourselves, our spirit knows what we need, That's why for anything, man, I ask you brothers, man, you gotta pray to endure. For longevity, man. But go ahead.
Real quick, backing up the point that he just said, this is our 1 Peter 4:12. It says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is the trial. I'll read it again. This is our 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is the trial, as though some strange thing has happened unto you. And like back in the brother, like we going to go through some things, and it's necessary for us to go through these things because it's ultimate that the Lord is trying us, and He's constantly sifting the bunch, trying to get the right men out of it. So think it not strange once you fully get in this thing, and the level turns up a bit.
Yeah, basically, when it's your time or it's your season, to suffer, like that you're suffering in, hey, don't be shocked about it, don't be surprised. At the end of the day, as the Lord testing us, see if we fully believe in this thing, or we gonna utilize what we learned according to the scriptures.
And just to bring up what you opened up this camp with, hey, judge not your brother, judge not another man's servant, because he could be going through something. You're like, well, I could easily get through that, and then a couple of months, a year down the line, you in the same situation, and that brother, that or worse, and that brother handled it. The brother stumbled a little bit, but he handled it better than you, and you just fumbling the ball.
We all got our own battles for a reason, man.
Right.
But even with that, according to 1 Corinthians 10:13, Lord give us battles that we have to face, that we have to handle, able to battle. Yeah, able to overcome.
He don't give you anything that you can't handle.
Yeah.
It said always make way to escape. So even when you're going through those trials, those tribulations, you know, like the scripture the brother just quoted, there's always light at the end of that tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that.
You got it, yeah.
Okay, kind
Yeah, go down.
This is again 1 Peter 4:13. It says, "But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushua Mashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy." But like I said, ultimately, like I said, man, this is the tribulation, trials and tribulations that we've gone through, man. We're supposed to take pride in that, man. Appreciate it, you know. You know, we what's it? The Lord dealeth as he did it with sons.
Yeah,
yeah. Kai, that can come out. Yeah, like, man, take pride in that, man. That the Lord is dealing with us and He's putting us through these trials and tribulations, you know, ultimately to get that crown. I brought this up.
Hey, how Shai went through it. You know what I'm saying? Now where you at right now? He's sending heirs, but hey, with Yahweh.
Yep.
You know, soon to be rulers of the kingdom to come. And then we able to get through these sufferings that the Lord put us through. We're gonna be joint heirs. We Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, we got it all. We just start at the top.
Yeah.
This is damn near the whole chapter. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
Yeah, basically, as it said in the scripture, we are being watched, you know, by through the YouTube, you know, everybody, the whole elect, and even our family members, you know, they all watching.
Ultimately, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. That's the first and foremost. The only one that matters.
The only one that matters. You know, they say about us, knowing that, because they lay aside everything that's gonna distract us, or that's gonna, get us out the path that we're supposed to be on to the kingdom.
It said the sin which doth easily beset us.
Easily,
You can
easily be beset, but you're not the Holy Spirit not with you. You know what I'm saying?
Looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith, who, for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High.
That's right. Look for Yahushua. Yahushua is that main example that we need to follow. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahushua, we was walking upon the earth. He had to deal with, despise, shame, and all that. But look where he at now. You know what I'm saying? Sitting the right hand of the Father. So
also, like, he was also acquainted with grief too.
Yeah, acquainted with grief. Yeah, exactly. Because he had to go through things that's worse than all of us, man. That we all had to go through. You know? So if he can get through it, we can get through it. Lord will. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 3. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds.
Yeah. So unless you don't overcome, you be a faint. You know what I'm saying? Be a weak man in this society. Lord, they don't want us to be. He wants us to be strong and confident, man. Be able to remain in the truth. Strong. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 4. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin. Like I say, that's what we go through now. It doesn't even compare to what Yahushua went through. Like that hardcore persecution. Them hours of pain leading up to the crucifixion and then on the cross. And we haven't even gotten there. So what we're going through right now is like pennies and change compared to what Yahushua went through. So we can endure it. We need the spirit to endure, but you got to look at it like that. Look at what Yahushua went through for us to have this chance at redemption. So what is it to me? So what is it for me to go through my life and how much of a disgrace is that to Yahushua to be taken by something so small compared to the great sacrifice that he made?
Yeah, that's why y'all brothers did a lesson yesterday. As long as we keep the kingdom in our minds, that motivation and we have to get through this thing.
And Scripture says, for the joy set before him, he endured the cross.
Hey, you brought that scripture.
Verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
Yeah, so basically, if the Lord chasts you, he put you through a suffering, hey, don't despise it. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it for granted. Although, hey, don't be faint-hearted when you do go through something. You know, so you allow it to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? So keep going.
For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
Yeah, so hey, be appreciative when the Lord put you through something, because that means, hey, the Lord's really dealing with you. He wants you to get right. He wants you to repent. You know? Go ahead.
It's like when you play a video game. If you're roaming around and you're not coming into the mission or any enemies, you're playing the game wrong. You got to go through the adversity and fight enemies to beat the mission if you want to win the game and get to the end. Verse 7, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Yeah, just hey, the Lord deals with son, they just like your physical father. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if your son doing something wrong, hey, you go get on him, right? Hey, same thing Lord do with us. Hey, if we do something wrong, continue. Hey, Lord, go, hey, gotta put you in the low and grow in contrite spirit. You know?
Yeah, the elder always bring this out, man. Like I said, if life going too good right now, man, you should be worried. Check yourself and be worried about it, man. Like this, we living in a time right now that you kind of supposed to be expecting some type of hell that you're supposed to be going through. So if you think you about to hit a deal, you about to get a contract, and so on and so forth, and life is lavish, hey, watch out, something around the corner. You ain't the truth.
That's right, because basically, we in captivity. We supposed to be suffering. You know what I'm saying?
This is real.
But if ye be without chastisement, which you just saying, wherefore all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
Yeah, basically, the Lord not dealing with your age. The Lord's not going to deal with you.
Fatherless.
He just separate to be destroyed by those nukes, all those evil times that's about to approach.
Right. You know, you grew up you're in a spiritual single parent household.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 35. It says, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Question mark. Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? Question mark.
Yeah, that's a question mark. He said, what should stop us from attaining salvation? Obtaining the kingdom of heaven. And as Apostle Paul, he named all those things, man. Whether it be nakedness, what else? Famine, persecution, peril, distress.
Meaning none of these things are supposed to knock you off your pivot with this truth.
Yeah, nothing supposed to stop you. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
verse 36. It says, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Yeah, that's why I said that's what nothing should stop because Lord made us conquerors. We able to overcome anything. That's what of course.
He said more than conquerors.
More than conquerors. We more than that, yeah.
Verse 38, it says, for I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of our power, which is in Yahushua Mashiach, our Lord.
Yeah, that's right. That's the type of mindset was at that. So anything, nothing is going to stop us from being fully persuaded in this truth. Yeah. Or, nothing going to stop us to obtain that salvation. You know what I'm saying? But, what else is out there for us? Not there.
You literally can't go back because this society's not going to get better. Yeah. Nothing. This whole system is not going back to normal. The only thing it's going to is the perdition and destruction. So what are you going back to? That's like you getting out of a burning house. He's like, you know what?
I still like the way the house looks on fire, so I'm just gonna sit on the couch and see if I can still turn the TV on.
Hey, climbing bird ladder.
It's over. It's over. It's over. There you go. You just start at 3?
Yeah.
This is 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahushai.
That's a requirement as a soldier of Yahushua. You say endure hardness. And though you want to say where hardness means the path of difficulty. You know, so just showing that, hey, as Elder had brought up earlier, hey, when it comes to the truth, it's going to be difficulties. You know what I'm saying? They remain in it. You know, remain as you go into those difficulties. You know?
It's verse 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier. And if a man also strive for masteries,
Read that verse again.
no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier.
Yeah, that's that main mission that we on. As soldiers of Yahushua, not being entangled in the affairs of this life, not being caught up in the ways of this wicked world. You know, because this world fit to be destroyed. You know, we try to make sure we hurt the righteous acts. You know what I'm saying? Well, we don't be partakers of that destruction. You know.
And it's verse 5. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully.
Yeah, everybody strive for mastery. Everybody trying to seek higher goals in this side. You know what I'm saying? But only we go receive that higher goal, which is the kingdom, salvation, and we strive lawfully. We strive the way we according to the scriptures. That's the only way. You know? That was it.
This the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 57. It reads, Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. And it's the point.
Just the condition of the battle. You know, we're in the battle. We're in a war. You know what I'm saying? And so we must fight. You know?
That's right. Verse 58. It reads that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said.
Yeah, basically overcome. Basically, you being fall. You fall. You know what I'm saying? If you fall by this battle, you lose. Then you go suffer. The thing that was written, the evil times. You know, the last one was the lose of destruction. You know, go ahead.
But if he get the victory, he shall receive the things that I say.
Yeah, if you get the victory over these battles that the Lord got set up for us, and then you will receive the things that He said, which be the first partakers of the kingdom of heaven. You know, and you will receive the benefits of it. You know, go ahead.
If I could say, when you jump back in that same chapter, like to verse 13 and a couple verses down, it tell you that the kingdom of heaven is you have to labor for that, right? How can you receive the reward if you haven't labored for it, right? And that's what the brother. You want to say something?
Yeah. Now
that's the spirit.
Nah, me and the brother, it's the spirit y'all on that, because me and the brother just went into this over there, man. That with the oxen, pretty much the attribute of the oxen, working, right? Though yet oxen do a lot of dirty work, but it's for a clean cause, man. And that's like us. We righteous oxen, because we gotta keep constantly working. We gotta keep our head down and continuously work, all right, to get the kingdom of heaven. That's why I say hate not labor is work. Mm-hmm. So as we working, labor is uncomfortable, it's ugly, all right. It ain't the cleanest thing in the world, but the kingdom of heaven is clean and righteous. So that's why we gotta keep continuously working, doing the dirty work, so we can enjoy the fruits of immortality, which is the thing to be clean for life, man. You know? See? Ants getting dirt on it, bro. Hey, even the ants do. Get that in Proverbs 6, it said they're small people, but they're a great army. They great workers, man. And the law used the attributes of them. They just bit me. But I gotta keep working. Gotta bring the precepts up. Go ahead, huh? They're getting me. It's 6. It's Proverbs 6. The ants are small people, but they work. They're a great army. Y'all got it? Great, bring it up.
Proverbs 6:6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Yo,
consider her ways, and be wise.
And be wise. And what the reason why we consider the ant, because the ant he worked when pretty much, if you ever kick the ant pile down, they start working immediately. All of them working. And then they work like oxen. They don't never stop working till the ant pile build back up. But there's little people, right? Get away. It says that. It says the ant are small people, or they're a small army, but they're great people. The way that they work, because they
the bees.
You know, they said the bees is little that fly, but she's chief amongst the sweet things. I'm not talking about that. It said ant is the little people, like they're great people, though they little. You know, you look at an ant, be like, man, this little ant working so hard. That's like us. It said we're a small sanctuary, like we're little people, right? Get me, bro. Y'all got it? One of y'all brothers got what I'm asking y'all for? I might be
Is it which having no guide, overseer?
Yeah.
Proverbs 6, and I'll just reread 6.
Go ahead.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provided her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest.
Yep.
How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep.
Go ahead.
So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man.
Just break it down. I might be paraphrasing. Whatever. Let me find what I'm saying. No slide. I might be mixing up the
Proverbs 30 and 24.
What it say? No, I ain't tripping.
It's a couple. I was reading that, it's talking about the ants.
I got it.
Yeah. I know I ain't tripping, bro. Y'all didn't think I'm tripping, huh?
This is Proverbs 30 and 25.
Go ahead.
The ants are a people not strong.
Yeah. See? Yup. Go read it.
The ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare their meat in the summer.
Because they little, right? An ant so little, you'll be like, that thing don't got no strength, man. But they prepare their meat in the summer, man. All right? So they can what? When the harvest or it's time it's cold, they can what? Live in what they built. But they get ahead of their work, right? So they can live later, right? And that means they early, they beat times. An ant work beat times. Before he have to work, he work.
Like a big frog or whatever like that, something 10 times bigger than it, they take it, pick it up and be gone.
Yup, the ant will pick it up and be gone. I just saw an ant, little bit of ant with a nice piece of bread that's bigger than him. Now he's walking slow, but he got it, you know? So same with us, man. We're a little people, but we're strong. All right? We're a little nation, a small nation, but we're a strong nation who got the spirit of the Lord with us, man. Go ahead, Doc. Y'all got it. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, backing on that brother age. That's why we all refer to those ants. You know what I'm saying? Because as we say, we become a strong nation. If we build the elect. That's right, you know. And also, people look at us as ants because they see that we doing the work and we don't see no profit of it. You know what I'm saying? They look at us, how we the kings, you know. Roughly paraphrasing that wisdom son of God.
Now you can get that in that Sirach. Get that in that Sirach that says the bee is little among those that fly. Yeah. Because we underestimate. Look at us as a nation. We poor. We don't have much, right? We look little. We be little to the nation. Like, look at these people. They're so people alive. Like they're destroying nation.
That's why nobody listen to us.
That's why nobody don't listen. Y'all don't have no purpose. Y'all purpose.
Got no money. Got no power.
Y'all got that?
Staff.
Yeah. And go ahead, brother. Got it.
I got one for you real quick. This is Job 8 and 7. Though thy beginning was small, yet thy latter end should greatly increase.
And because if you work as an ox, before it plows the ground, it's nothing. But after that ox get finished plowing the ground, you can plant seeds, you can grow fruits, trees. It's a great abundance, or it's a great increase. All right? And that's how our harvest is. Our harvest it's gonna be an increase so big to we'll never get to the end of our harvest, man. Like in other words, we could eat of the fruits thereof in the kingdom of heaven, and it never go away. It's like we're gonna have an infinite harvest.
Keep multiplying.
Right? Yeah, because we worked and worked. And that's why our ladder in what is gonna greatly increase. We had a small beginning though. We was little people. But our ladder should be greatly increased. Go ahead.
If I could say, once the ox got on it, that yoke that plows on, what Yahushua say, put on my yoke for it is light. Because we know what's coming.
Burden. How you have a burden that's light?
Right.
See, burdens are usually not heavy, right? That's why it's a burden. I always say this, that our burdens are not going anywhere. We just getting stronger. We starting to learn to carry the afflictions, the trials, the punishments, right? We start to learn to carry the yoke. That's why he said, take upon me for my yoke is easy. Anything that yoke you, it restricts you, is uncomfortable. If you got a dog having around his neck, he don't really want that collar on. If you ever notice, because you pulling him, you jacking him, you got a trajectory, he ain't free like that. But we are free in the Lord, as long as we teach this word, man. All right? The Lord, this word have made us free. All right? In shackles, in bondage. Go ahead.
That's why y'all trying to say being under his yoke is light.
It's light. It started to be light because it's righteous. Go ahead, bring that all right.
All right. This is Sirach 11:3. The bee is little among such as fly, but her fruit is the chief of sweet things.
So yeah, the bee is little, but yeah, they produce the sweetest fruits, man. Sweetest fruits. You know, hey, same go with us. You know, we are little right now, but hey, we could be much bigger in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
Fruit is the sweet of chief things. So the chief thing is the principal things, right? And the fruit that becoming of the principal things is just like into the kingdom of heaven. It's all the top things, man. That ain't just no small phrase there. Chief things is what we're gonna inherit in the kingdom of heaven. It's gonna be chief above all. All right, and that's the fruit of the kingdom of heaven. But it was a small beginning, but the ladder was increased, man. Like the brother read in Job 8:7. Go ahead, y'all got it.
So yeah, made that point earlier. We'll say what the answer were. They were B times, right?
They were B times.
Yeah. Get that scripture, Kalani.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 51 and verse 30. It reads, "Work your work B time, and in his time he will give you your reward."
That's right. Say, hey, work your work B times, just like the answer you had brought up, right?
That's right.
Yeah, hey, we're gonna tell you where B times means before it's too late.
It means early.
Yeah, early before it's too late. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, we able to, because hey, sooner or later we ain't gonna the work's gonna be done. You know, the ministry was gonna be over with. You know, so hey, we gotta do his pleas to the Lord right now. Hey, do his word, preach his word, while we got a chance to. You know, say while Buzz doing that to the end, hey, we gonna receive that reward. You know.
Yeah, I got precept too. That's the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "Cleave unto him and depart not away, and that thou mayest be increased at thy last end."
Look, brother, Yerushalayim put that on there. Shalom to you too, brother. Y'all the brother put this on there. It says, 2 Corinthians, what does 1:5 and 6. Yeah. For the more we suffer for Yahushua, the more Yahweh will shower us with his comfort through Yahushua. This the NLT. Even when we are weighed down with troubles, it is for your comfort and salvation. For when we ourselves are comforted, we will certainly comfort you. Then you can patiently endure the same things we suffer. So he put a little picture up that it says,
the GMS dedication page.
GMS dedication page said, life doesn't get easier, you just get strong. And then he got a wolf with arrows in them, and then the old wolf that took the arrows and died out. You see that?
Yeah, because that old us, we wouldn't be able to get.
We wouldn't be able, yeah, we went. Look, and it got one arrow in it, and it fell out. And the other one got thousands of arrows in it, and he's just standing strong. Yeah. He up on his feet.
That's the same wolf.
That's the same wolf. He grew.
His spirit grew,
right? You know? But he got more afflictions as he grew.
That's right.
Right, and that's the meat of the walk.
That's right, man.
He was, you got to bear your cross. Take up the cross in bad, man. This is what comes with it.
Yeah, because the scripture say, hey, in Psalms 55 and 22, hey, cast out birds to the Lord. Yep. He gonna sustain you.
Yep.
So that's how that wolf, that saying that wolf, the saying goes up. That's how we got stronger and stronger. We suffering.
Yep.
But hey, the Lord gave us the aid. We was able to bear it through the scriptures. You know.
You got it.
So, yeah.
Y'all got something? Y'all brothers got some precepts on the side?
I got one.
Go ahead, read what you got out. Then let the brother bring it
That's
up.
the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 27.
Start kicking.
It says, and whosoever
Yeah,
does
2
not
hours.
bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you can't bear your cross. You can't get through the sufferings that Lord's about to put you through, and you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be the Lord's disciple.
This truth not for you.
Yeah, it's
If
not
you're
for
not
you.
ready to do that. You know what I'm
Yeah, tribulation gonna do one or two things. All right, build you up or break you down.
Make you a
You know?
break.
You know, and for the elect, the Lord allowed certain things to break you down to build you up. But that's when Jake get weak. Jake will get weak and be like, damn, the Lord pounded me, and he'll take his hand off the plow. All right? Because while we doing this work, and like the brother say, laborer's works is uncomfortable. Okay? Yeah, I'll take a water. Yeah, laborer's works is uncomfortable. You have fatigue, okay, sweat. You might get a mechanical injury. All right, you might hurt yourself, scab yourself up. The water, bro. You know, but like we just showed that picture. All right, you start to get used to it. All right, because you know at the end of the day the reward is gonna be greater than what you're doing.
That's what say, hey, prepare ourselves for temptation.
Yeah.
You know, we got the Lord to test you. You know, say, hey, yeah, it's right too.
Hey, get Sirach 27 and 5 real quick. Just to go into what you were saying, because it says in Psalms, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered them out of them all. So it just, hey, this is the condition of the battle. That man that's born upon the earth shall fight. We got this judgment from the Lord, right, to come down. Yes. This is what you got to wealth.
Yes.
So whatever come your way, that was slated for you.
Yes.
I, Kaya, whatever come my way, the Lord, like, if you my man, if you of the elect, you going to be able to carry that. It don't matter what it is, afflictions, sicknesses, infirmities, debts, whatever. It's like, you're going to have to carry everything. Paul was shipwrecked in the deep. He was beaten with stripes, stoned. All these things happened to Paul. And it's one, these things happened to this man. He was shipwrecked, beat with stripes, stoned.
Blinded.
He was blinded. All this happened to this righteous man. And not was much one saying he was righteous. And this was happening to him, right? He never seen the righteous forsaken. The Lord ain't gonna forsake us. He gonna chastise us, but not forsake us. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 27 and 5.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach 27 and 5. It says, the furnace proveth the potter's vessel.
The furnace proved the potter's vessel. When you put a pot on a stove, the heat from it prove how strong it is. Right? The more heat it can take, the stronger the kettle or the pot is. Go ahead.
The furnace proveth the potter's vessels, so the trial of man is in his reasoning.
The trial is in your reasoning. The afflictions you go through, they're a mental cycle in your psyche that's telling you, look, I'm just trying to give up, man. I can't keep taking this no more, man. If Yahushua would have gave up of walking and holding this cross to bear all our sins and iniquities, we'll all be dead. He had to carry everything with his cross. No, he had to finish, right? Because he asked the Lord to take the cup from me. The cup. No, you got to drink everything that's in the cup. That's why the Lord told Edom, you're going to drink the dregs of the cup.
Yes.
And then you're going to drink the cup after you drink the cup. You got to put the whole cup down your damn mouth, man.
Triple shot.
Yes. Right? But Yahushua took the whole cup. When he said, Lord, take this cup from me. Let it pass. Let the heat pass. The heat that coming with this cup. And the Lord ain't say nothing. Like, no, you going to have to take this. You went down there. You got to die for the nation. You got to carry that. So if he would have, listen, if he would have said, look, Lord, I give up at any time, we'll all be dead right now. Because we would have no cloak for our sins. We would have nothing. We would have no forgiveness for sins. So you got to think about that. If Yahushua took the whole yoke and bared everything, then us being the servants of Yahushua, we differ nothing from our master. That's right. So we got to carry the things he carried. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it'll be nothing to reconcile us back to the Father.
Yep.
it'll be nothing. We just be
no
lost.
mediator.
No mediator. You know, we just be
die.
lost.
We have to die. Yes.
We'll have to.
We have nothing in place. We have no mercy.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead, brothers. Y'all got it. You
I
finished?
got something to back up.
You was
know what
finished?
you said
Yeah,
about your
what you read? I think it was just those two.
Yeah.
Fruit
declare the truth.
That's it.
Oh, it's me. Con. This
Break it down.
Isaiah 53:10, just backing up the point that the brother making about Yahushua bearing our iniquities, man. Right? It reads, yet it pleased the Lord Yahweh to bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days, and his pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. Now, that's the point. He shall see the travail of his soul and shall be satisfied. By his knowledge, by his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities.
Yeah, so everything Yahushua had to bear, had to go through, he did for us. For his elect. You know what I'm saying? He also even got to do the same. That's good to say. Get that? Philippians 1:29.
I got it right here. Philippians 1:29. For unto you it is given in the behalf of Hamashiach Yahushai, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake.
That's right. Yes. This yeah. Not only we was gonna come to this thing, believing on the Lord, call upon the Lord, preach his word, and this and that. Yeah, we gotta suffer too. For his sake.
He did it for our
sake.
sake.
So you gotta do the same.
It's reciprocating. We gotta reciprocate that suffering.
Yeah.
One of y'all had something for me? I got something after you, brother.
This back in Luke 14:27, just touching on the point, you know, it says, and whosoever does not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?
What I brought earlier. The scripture say, prepare thyself for temptation. So before you come to this thing, you know, it's saying, yo, you believe in the Lord, you can preach his word. You know what I'm saying? Come to the truth. Hey, you got, be prepared. Things you're going to go through while you're in it. You can come in it. You know? Just like as a building, like before you build, so you got to make sure you got all the things you have to build.
The material. You can't finish the job without having the tools for the job. How you, like, what are you going to do when you run to a point to where you don't got enough wood or something to put this timber right here, or the girt about it, man, or whatever, you know, whatever it may be, man. Like, there's a house that got to get completed, and it's going to get completed because it's going to be completed through the spirit. The spirit is complete, and nothing can tear the spirit down. That's why this third temple is being built by the spirit. It ain't being built with hands. This one is spiritual, and it's going to what? Reside and last forever. You want to say something?
I got
you finished? You got a little more? When you finish out.
Is verse 29, it says, less happily, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
Yeah, you could be laughed at. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, your so-called friends and family. You know, hey, because they see, like you brought up earlier, that he was able to be watched. You know, not only by the brothers or sisters that believe in this, they are also, know the gangsters as well, unbelievers. You know, so they see you not, you so-called proclaiming to them. You know, you're saying they gonna beat it down, but then all of a sudden you could do what you're doing, man. They gonna look like a fool.
And deservedly so.
Yeah, that's right.
You make the word of Yahweh look like a lie.
That was it.
I got something after that, brother.
Okay, 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 16 said, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So how, we get renewed through this wisdom, this knowledge, is what this gospel, you know what I'm saying? The wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of the time, should be a stronghold in times of trouble. Verse 17, so like, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So, it's just only for a moment. Your temptation, your affliction, your persecution is just only for a moment. We got to get what tried as gold to try it in the fire. The Lord got to try you out. See, you're going to be worthy. You know what I'm saying? What the Lord get ready to bring, a dominion, rulership, spiritual power. Verse 18, it says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal. You know what I'm saying? He saw what is the end of the world, this temporal world. You know what I'm saying? It's fading away right now, this rulership. So we right at the end of this thing. So we got to keep pushing. We got to keep believing. It says temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. You know what I'm saying? So we got to have faith. The just shall live by faith. You know what I'm saying? Believing the things that you have not seen, but yet you believe. You know what I'm saying? And we right there. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom of heaven is fast approaching. You know the Lord's very close. You got it.
Come. It said that in 2 Corinthians, we have an eternal house not built with hands.
That's it.
When you read that, I did that 2 Corinthians 6 or 5. We have an eternal house in the heavens built without hands, man.
That's it.
Right? When we merge that body with the spirit, we get those extraterrestrial bodies, man. We in our kingdom. Finally.
Right.
All right? And it's eternal. Incorruptible. Right? Immortality.
That's it.
On and on. Forever, man.
Gotta take out these chains.
Yeah, we're gonna get out the chains, get out these bodies.
Get out this generic bootleg shit.
Yeah.
Get in the real stuff.
We're gonna put on that right. Yeah.
It's a step down right here. Yeah. It's a step down right now. We're Lord for to get ready to upgrade us, baby.
I got
Great.
I got some.
You finished?
You got one.
Yeah, I'm done.
You finished?
I'm done.
Y'all got it.
Yeah, you got it.
This the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 16. Yeah, one of my favorite scriptures right there, man. You know, it reads,
creature grown.
yes. It reads,
yes.
The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. And if children, then heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. And the glorification.
Yeah, whoever got the another one, read that one to get out of here. Go ahead.
You want to break it down? Oh, come. Hey, the glory is right there with the suffering. All right, you gotta. In order to be glorified, you must suffer. You have to suffer first. All right. Just the same way as Yahushua did. Yahushua suffered first and then was glorified after, man.
Yes.
Okay? And that's the same thing with us. It says we'll be joint heirs with him. All right?
Yeah. That's how you can try too, by suffering.
Yeah.
Because before you join something or you become friends with Yahushua, you got to push through a test.
Prove
it. Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
But this verse 18, it reads, For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Yeah, the reward we're going to receive is going to be made greater than what we're going through right now. You know
right. Far
greater. Yeah, far greater. Because them say, as soon as we get in our kingdom, it will be the most suffering. It's going to be eternal joy. You know what I'm saying? But why? You suffering going through a nice will pass, man. We're able to get through it. If we are delay.
And the Lord said, this is a light affliction.
Yes.
We got to stop playing games, man.
Right.
When you read Isaiah 53, the Lord was beaten and battered. He had to drink piss. Do Jake know that? Did Jake really read and understand what's going on? Brother, we get a little knick-knack, man. I'm just going through it. Jake got the war me spirit walking around, man. Jake got a scratch on his elbow. Brother, man, we're in hell, brother. Come on, man, you got a scratch on your elbow, man. The Lord was whipped, beaten. He had to drink piss. This is in the scriptures, man. Like stabbed. Right? What they didn't do to the Lord. Let's just be real, man. Jay got to understand that, man. We can't be this a light affliction, bro. Just wear what you got to wear, man. Like Job said in Job 10, that he said, I'm going to speak in the bitterness of my soul. He said, I'm going to keep my complaint upon myself and speak in the bitterness of my soul. And rock and roll, man. Jay complain, what you complaining about? When you really think about it, Yahushua should have been the one complaining. Yeah. Yet he never said a thing. He just went to his judgment. You hear him cry. He didn't say nothing. He right for it. He said, Lord, Take the cup away. When the Lord ain't answer, straight away, man. Let's get it on. That's it.
He just girded up.
That's it. It's time to gird up. Yeah. I can't do nothing else.
No other way.
Same as us, man. So, you know, you got to complain in your soul, man, or something. All right? And hold your complaint upon yourself. At this point, it's game time.
That's it, baby.
Right? Sudden day.
We laid in the full quarter, baby.
You got something? Bring out what you got. That's it. Right. You know, right. Bring it down. We got it.
James chapter 1, verse 2 and 3, and it reads, My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trial of your faith work patience.
Yeah. So yeah, the Bible's going through these suffering that we're going through now is teaching us patience, you know, the way upon the Lord. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to need that type of patience when the evil times come. You know, when that main test comes upon us.
Hey, the Lord, if I can say, brother, the Lord teach us how to suffer. Patience is suffering. But then he give us an instruction, a biblical instruction on this is how you suffer. So the Lord looked out for us even in our suffering. He didn't just let us suffer and didn't know why or what we going through it for. Like, no, this is why, this is what for, and this is for who. And this is how you do it. Come on, man. Beautiful. Can't get it. That's lovely. Yeah. The Lord gave us everything we needed on how to suffer, man. That's love. That's love. That's when you love your children. That was it? Go ahead, Ryan. Take that. Take it up.
This is Galatians chapter 6. I'm going to start at 8. For he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap. We shall reap if we faint not.
Yeah, let us not get weak or faint through the service that we go through, but yet they get stronger. The way we're able to remain until the end to receive that reward.
Reap everlasting life.
Yeah, everlasting life. You know? That's it. All right. And with that, I hope this camp was edifying to anybody that was listening. Hope we let. All right, now if we're in this video, we're going to give our praises to Yahweh. The Apostle Elders of GMS, and peace and mercy to all we let. Yeah, Bob. Kwame Asherah. Shalom.